fixed mindset or growth mindset
What's the best kind of mindset to have?
in life?
We certainly believe the growth mindset is the best place to be at.
Growth mindset is the way to go to live a happier and healthier life. And that's what we'll be talking about in this week's episode of
Get Real with the English Sisters.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
What is a growth mindset?
Yeah, and how can we cultivate it?
I know, I think it's something we do have to cultivate, like a garden.
Yes.
So, I mean, if
Yeah.
a garden's empty or full of weeds, what do?
We go and take care of it.
We'll go and cultivate it.
We go and cultivate it. Where if you want to make your garden look nice, you want to get rid of the weeds, you want to make it flourish and continue growing, because nobody wants just to have one very small lemon tree. Like now I planted it. You will hopefully want the lemon tree to grow
and flourish
and
but
give you fruits.
I think what we have to think about is that what's the opposite of a growth mindset? It's a fixed mindset, isn't it?
Yes, that's it.
So a fixed mindset is saying, no, I don't want to do, I've got a garden full of weeds, it's just going to stay like that. How can I deal with this? I mean, it's gone too far now. There's no way I'm going to be able to clear these weeds.
Exactly, yeah. There's no way.
They're invasive.
Yeah, they're nothing.
Tenacious.
I'm not good at it. I don't know how to do this. I'm not a gardener. I'm no expert. I don't understand. This is so frustrating. I'll just give up.
Yeah, I'll give up.
Yeah.
That's what a fixed mindset is, a giving up mindset.
Yeah, and you maybe you tried once to clear up the garden and you didn't do it right.
No.
And you think that, okay, I failed at this.
Yeah.
So a fixed mindset believes that failure is bad.
Yeah.
Thus, there is nothing, it's bad. I failed at it once, and so that's it.
And a growth mindset is there is no failure, only feedback. So with everything where you fail at, you get feedback from it.
So if you failed at doing the garden once, the next time you learn from what you did wrong, and you learn again, and you continue growing with your mindset.
You grow and you grow.
So every day in life, having a growth mindset is essential, I think.
Well, I think if you want to live a happy and healthier life, it is, because otherwise you're just going to get stuck in your ways. You know how you hear that people are just stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
Or that they just don't want to do things. And sometimes I think that it's easier said than done developing a growth mindset, because it can be very overwhelming if you've tried to do something and then you fail at it. And then you might need help, though. You can ask for help, can't you?
Well, I think it's like, if you do have that growth mindset, if you believe that you can learn something if you set your mind to it, that is a kind of growth mindset. You say, okay, I don't understand this at the moment, but I can learn how to understand this. Doesn't matter how long it takes. That's a kind of mindset that's really going to set you off.
Yes, towards a quest for excellence. So to think, I'm no good at this now, but I can get better. I will get better.
Yes, as opposed to I'm no good at this now, so there's no sense trying.
Yeah.
There's no sense trying. I'm just going to give up, or I don't know how to do that. There is no point me even attempting that.
Yeah.
That's a kind of stunted mindset or fixed mindset that it can kind of creep up on you throughout the years.
Well, I think it does creep up on you, and you
The
don't
older
even
you get,
realise.
yeah,
you don't
yeah.
even realise. But, sometimes even once you finish your school years and then you get into your 20s and 30s, you might just think, well, I've done that, I've tried that, and then that's it now. I can't learn anything new, or that's too difficult. Oh no, my brain can't cope with that.
Yes,
or I'm too stressed or anxious to cope with that. Whereas in truth, it's the opposite, because a growth mindset sets you free to be able to explore things that you wouldn't have normally done before, and it actually makes you very
creative,
yeah.
And creativity enables you to feel calmer.
Exactly.
It's odd that you think, like, let's take up any challenge. Learning a new language, for example. Doesn't matter what age you are, learning a new language can be a challenge. But if you just say, no, I'm far too old for that, or I've never been good at languages, there's no point me even trying, you've got that fixed mindset that's not going to allow for any kind of growth at all. However, if you say, okay, let me just have a little laugh with this. Let me just start. I'm just going to start listening to this language perhaps while I'm watching films, or get a little app that's going to help me. Let me listen and let me challenge myself to try this. It's going to make all the difference. And slowly, instead of feeling anxious about it, you can start to have fun with these new challenges, which is essential,
Yeah,
I
think
believe.
that's true.
You know.
I think you do have fun, and you do. The growth mindset does make you have more fun, because you're going to be doing new things and experiencing new things in life, which is what life is all about, really, because that's what we all want in life.
Absolutely.
We may think we want to stay in our comfort zones, but actually the challenges and getting out of your comfort zone is what makes you grow and feel better about yourself. It gives you more confidence and self-esteem.
Ideally, what you want to do is to have your comfort zone and always be able to go back to it, but to have another circle, which is like the growth zone, and which is not completely out of your comfort zone, but it's a zone in which you can grow and learn. And so you do have to take a step out of your comfort zone to get into this other zone. But you're not feeling, excuse me, you're not feeling completely uncomfortable, frightened, or panicky.
No, and if you do have those feelings of those frightening feelings or panicky feelings, you can say, well, what do I need here to enable me to do this without feeling those feelings? Because you might just need a helping hand. You might need a friend to help you, or you might need to ask someone for some advice, and you'll know that feeling when you feel it. It might be at work. You might have to ask your manager for help, or a colleague. And when you do ask for help, and you do that little extra bit of growth, you're going to feel so good about yourself.
You do. You feel amazing. You feel proud that you managed to do that thing, even though it was so frustrating. Because a lot of the time these things are frustrating, and we can have a good mindset. The important thing is, even though it's frustrating, that we persevere. Instead of thinking, this is frustrating, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
You say to yourself, this is frustrating, but I will persevere. So it's all about that. If you have that mindset, you will continue doing it. You say, I've got it wrong now. I've got it wrong again. I've got it wrong again. But I'm persevering at this.
Yeah.
And I'm accepting that I'm frustrated. It doesn't mean that I'm completely, going nuts about this. It's frustrating, but I'm learning. I'm in my growth zone.
Exactly. Be in your growth zone. That's a good one.
Yes. And so you've got your comfort zone there, but you're in your growth zone.
Yes, the growing. The important thing is, I think, is that we've learned it in life, is that we're always growing, and that it's lifelong learning that enables you to stay like that, with that growth mindset. Because once you say I've been there and I've done that and I've done it all kind of thing, well, then that's the end of it. You won't learn new tricks. You won't learn new things.
No, you won't.
Whereas if you're constantly saying, well, that's a challenge, but let me see how I can I can have a look at that. What angle can I take to tackle that? What do I need to be able to do that? Sometimes you need to look online, or you need to take a course, or you need to just ask a friend. But it's so rewarding and so the challenge is the rewarding part. It's a contradiction to what you may think. Because you may think, no, challenges, I don't want to be challenged. I've got enough on my plate. I don't need that extra challenge. Whereas that extra challenge will be what will make you grow. And I think that's what we need to embrace, even though sometimes it may seem hard or difficult.
Sometimes we really don't want to do it. And we think, no, we don't want to go through that extra challenge. What's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? Well, the point is that you will be growing, and you'll be able to set yourself goals and see if you can meet those goals. And when you do meet them, it's so rewarding and so fulfilling. I mean, I remember when we first started all of this, we said we don't know how to. I mean, I didn't even back in the day. I didn't even write emails. I was a stay-at-home mum.
Yes,
I didn't even know how
totally.
to do an email. And I remember the first time I had to write an email, I was, what is this? I mean, it seems like the dinosaur ages now that we're online all the time. But even or learning how to do a podcast, how do you do that? The technical difficulties of it all. And they've all been learning challenges. They've all been growth challenges that have set us on this path of self-discovery and that have helped us become better people in the end, haven't they?
Absolutely better people. It's really essential. Seems to have a frog in my throat.
You
today.
have a frog in your throat.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, I don't know, was there anything else?
Well, there was something else about, that if you have a fixed kind of mindset, I think it's important to remember that if you think that talent alone creates success, and if you make that effort, it won't actually help you. That's a kind of fixed mindset. You think, oh no, it's easy for him or for her because they're talented. So
Yeah.
I'm not talented.
So you mean that when you have a natural talent for
Yeah,
something?
you might have a natural talent. Some people just seem to be really good at things and you think, I'm no good at that. So there's no point me making that effort because I can't speak languages like he or she can, or I can't play the guitar. It's easy for them.
Yeah, it's easy for
But
them.
that's that kind of fixed mindset that, you it's like an excuse. You're saying, I'm not talented, so I'm not going to bother.
It stops you from doing things, doesn't it?
Stops you,
Yeah, they're
absolutely.
limiting beliefs in the end that they will come back and bite you because they'll stop you from actually living life to your full potential. And it's a bit of a shame, really, because we all have so much potential within us that it's
We
untapped.
don't even know that we have
I know,
yet.
it's untapped.
We don't know it.
It's really quite exciting because if you start thinking of how much untapped potential you have within you, you can begin to really look inside yourself and think, oh, actually, I would have liked to do that. Maybe in those days I didn't think I